Hello! Ha ha! Fool! You have been clickbaited. You clicked on a video in which the title was inaccurate to the content of the video, and now you must watch in dismay as it unfolds into something that you had not expected. How does that make you feel? Do you feel betrayed? Like the trust you had in this channel, in this YouTube software, has been entirely broken because of a misleading title and/or thumbnail? Well, let me tell you a little bit about misleading information. You see, it's very commonplace. If you look at any headline, its main goal is to get you to click on it, and it will say whatever it needs to say in order to get as many clicks as possible. Or, if it's more of an operation, to get as many clicks from a certain group of people as possible. And whether that be the enemy or the friend of whatever topic you're covering, people who are against and people who are for. The best misleading titles are ones of ambiguity, ones that do not allow for certainty. You can read it and you will be inquisitive and not understand the meaning. And, better yet, you will even feel an emotion. You will be saddened by the title. You will be, most often, enraged. You will look at it and be filled with a sense of injustice or anger or a sense of betrayal. How could something like this happen? And you immediately jump to conclusions. You immediately go to thoughts of, okay, this could mean that this means this, and therefore, since that happened, this must be the conclusion. And it is a conclusion that you do not like at all. Something that fills you with rage. And with all of these tricks that people use in order to clickbait, in order to funnel more attention into whatever it is they're making, whether it is a video or whether it is a news article. And that is where it gets scary. The news, a source of information, can misinform you, lead you to jump to conclusions that are not true, and in the worst cases, go along with your cognitive bias in order to lead a narrative of the world that is able to be commonly believed as true, therefore making you subject to immense loyalty to whatever company it is, whatever news agency it is that is pumping out these titles, and they fill you with rage. You click on them, and the cycle continues. You see, it's a bit of a pipeline, one that causes people to lose touch with reality, something that makes individuals who perhaps are a little too heavy users of the internet, well, they may go down this rabbit hole of conspiracies and illogical assumptions that leads them down a path of complete and utter loss of the truth. And their worldview will be shaped in such a perception that does not allow for outside information. It continually makes them more and more close-minded, that will eventually lead them, whenever they do find some sort of truth in whatever it is that their mind has been shaped towards disbelieving, and that will shatter their sense of reality. And that, I should say, is scary. It's happens slowly. It creeps into people's minds. You do not notice it. It's subversive. It's easy. It's the path of least resistance to believe such falsehoods of reality and to be led down this easy path of shaping a worldview that, is truly just a narrative. And the main problem, I'd say, is that these narratives are simply that. There is no real narrative of reality. It's all conceived within the minds of individuals and then portrayed through news outlets into mass media. And that narrative, that cultural narrative, and that mass media narrative, those are the ones that our minds gravitate towards. Yet no narrative is inherently true, and all of them are stories. But people get so caught up in their own stories that they can't unlearn. They get so far into their reality, into whatever game they play in their head of who they are, whatever character they embody, that they forget that we are all just animals, and that reality is only a complex collection of perceptions made by the mind. But how can someone step outside of that if they were so deeply embedded in their own story and in the story that is given to them through advertising, through media, and through that dang phone? What could we possibly do in order to extricate them from what they know, to educate them? Well, that's for you to find out. And I don't have the answer. I'm simply just asking questions that, well, I hope that someone else can find the answer to. Anyways, toodles.